everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Netherwar, which is certainly named something. I didn't have my introduction pulled up. But hi, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Netherwar, the White Storm Intervention. Thank you for joining us for your weekly dose of superhero shenanigans. My name is Alex, and I will continue to be your humble game master for this series. Tonight, we are playing Mutants and Masterminds, the world's greatest superhero RPG, which is produced by Green Ronin Publishing. It is a D20 system that allows players to create their own unique or iconic superheroes with enough crunch in the rules for folks who are into that sort of thing. It also features hero points, which are a special resource players can use to empower their heroes when the going gets tough. Heroes can take additional actions, increase their speed or strength for a turn, edit the scene for when they desperately need a chandelier to dramatically swing from, and allows heroes to use their abilities in creative ways. They're earned through good role-playing, vivid descriptions, jokes I think are funny, jokes I think aren't funny, like this bit I do every week, and from you, the audience. If you follow, subscribe, or donate bits during the stream, you earn a hero point that you can give to the hero or game master of your choice if you're feeling frosty. We've gathered some rockstar heroes tonight. Say rock on, heroes.
Rock on, heroes.
Heroes.
I want to give everyone a chance to tell us a little about themselves, the character they will be playing, where else we can find them, and have them answer my question of the day, which is, what does your character do for self-care? And I'm going to start with Calvin, and I want to say thank you, Calvin, for jumping in for our Green Ronin one-shot last Sunday. I really appreciate the 10 minutes beforehand scrambling message I sent you.
Oh, yeah. I like playing this game, so I was happy for the opportunity. Even though I had to get up early the next day to get my tires changed.
Yeah, we played from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. our time because I don't know what mountain time is because I don't trust the mountain people.
The mountains have their own time?
They do.
Dwarves!
So yeah, I guess you've heard I'm Calvin. Tonight I will be playing just Bowman for this episode. The incredible archer with an awesome array of arrows. As for where you can find me, here every week, as well as over on the Win with Dice channel over on YouTube, where we have weekly GM podcasts and weekly gaming streams, and we're up to 2 streams a week now. By which I mean I'm up to 2 streams a week now because I couldn't resist playing Outer Worlds. So Thursdays and Fridays, and then podcast is Wednesday. So very busy every week. Question of the day: what would Bowman do for self-care? Wish I had thought of an answer for this.
Salmon ladder.
I mean, that's kind of the only thing I can think of. It's sort of the perfect balance of, like, I kind of imagine it being a very therapeutic and relaxing thing for him, that repeated motion, the simple up and down of it all. When he gets to the point where he could just like do it on repeat without thinking, that's probably where he does his best quote unquote detective work, such as it is.
Yeah, the simple up and down motion of throwing your whole body weight around with your upper body strength. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I imagine he's got it down to a science, so he doesn't even have to like think about it at this point.
I'm sweating just sitting here.
Well, that's why the superheroes are fictional.
Pass it to whoever you want to pass it to, Kelvin. It's the rest of the night.
I guess I will establish some proper order and go up to Kevin.
Rude. Well, I'm Kevin. I'm here. I'm playing Overdrive.
Oh my God.
I think, and maybe Resonant later. There's a flow chart somewhere. They're going to explain it to me. I'm usually here on Mondays, but I will be pestering Andy on Wednesday for a one shot. So, you know, extra obnoxious. That's me this week. What does Overdrive do for self-care? Obviously, he just runs away from his problems. I mean, clearly that's, I don't know.
That's what he's been doing.
Wow.
Tracy says what?
Just for that, I'm passing it over to Kat. How you like me now?
That's not ordered.
Hi, I'm Kat.
Chaos resumes.
Were you actually done?
Yes.
Like,
Oh,
was
yes.
running away from your problems really?
That's it. That's my self-care.
Okay.
Same.
Hey.
I mean, Overdrive self-care, of course. That's what I meant.
Oh my God. I am playing one of the Centurions of the group. I'm here on Mondays, but I will also be back here on Wednesday to bully Andy.
Bully.
Bully!
I don't have anything else to say, so I'll just answer the question. I am imagining that Centuria is in therapy at least 3 times a week. And she put herself there because she's got a lot of issues. But also because she was so dirty where she came from, I imagine that she is very like she's like a very clean person. Like she does a lot of like spa days and like face masks and stuff like that. So yeah. I will pass it to Jonesy.
Hi, everybody. I am Jonesy. I will be here only tonight, not later this week. I normally play Derek, aka Mortis, our living dead guy. Due to some mystical shenanigans last game, we have a second set of heroes, and I am currently Mortis in a body of a alternate version of Centuria. So there's 2 Centurias in the group right now, sort of.
Yeah.
See editor's notes last issue. What does Mortis do for self-care? Mortis does one of 2 things. He's either at home, spending a quiet evening at home with a ghost of a boyfriend, doing, streaming movies and eating popcorn and generally being, a homebody. Or he will occasionally go out on the town, hit a couple of clubs. Apparently now with Medea as as part of the trio of troublesome when they go clubbing. But it depends on just how many ghosts and stuff he's dealt with lately, because if it's definitely a lot of ghosts, it's stay at home time, because his home is actually warded, so he gets peace and quiet there. And over to Andy. He's last on our list, I believe.
Before we pass it back up to Alex. Yep. Hi, I'm Andy. I'm here on Monday nights. I'm here on Wednesday night this week running my one shot from Things from the Flood, which is the 90s era Tales from the Loop sequel, pseudo sequel, not really sure, continuation, how you want to call it. So come check us out. We'll be here Wednesday at 7 p.m. for that. It should be a lot of fun. And you can also find me over on our webpage where I write some blog posts, and you can find me on our YouTube channel where I host the Storyforge series, where we talk character creation and then some general GM tips and tricks. We found a lost episode from the last time we had recorded that Alex posted last week. So if you want to go check out how to put together a convention game, I believe that's now up and available for viewing. Tonight, I am playing Resonant, our resident gem mage, and we are delving deep into her home dimension of LaFondi. What Resonant does for self-care, I'd imagine a jacuzzi tub and a lot of fiction to devour while sitting in that jacuzzi tub. So, Alex, back to you.
Awesome. I'm Alex. Again, I will be the GM tonight. And probably the rest of the nights on Mondays for a while. Unless any of you guys want to take over, I'll just come hang out. I don't know who chuckled, but that made me laugh.
I think it was Calvin.
I think it was. As for what my character does for self-care, who's even my character?
It's just you, Alex. What do you do for
What
self-care?
do you do? Nothing.
What does the entire Freedom League do for self-care?
Who is...
Cry.
I don't know who this self is, but I will never take care of him. Yeah, probably right. I mean, recently, what I've been doing for self-care is playing Red Dead Redemption, which is probably not healthy, but it's been fun, and I've gotten my yeehaw on, which has been great.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Right? Also, hi, Vancouver by night. Thanks for coming to to stop and say hello. We hope you're having a great week. Without further ado, I think we go ahead and jump on into tonight's action. Last time on Netherwar, our heroes found themselves in a bit of a bind, with 2 members of the group being pulled in very personal directions. Resonant heard from Agent Emerald that her mother was in danger and her uncle was out of control and needed to be stopped. Mortis didn't hear from Nick, but did find signs of trouble. Not wanting to split up, the group turned to a special ritual uncovered by their friend Sala, and this volatile spell came with good news and bad news. Good news, the team is going to be able to be in 2 places at once. Bad news, there's a bit of a Freaky Friday situation that comes with it. One copy of the team was normal, but the other copy found themselves in swapped bodies. There is a flowchart. I won't share it on stream just yet, but there is a flowchart. We're keeping track of things. Both teams then departed, one to Lafandi and one to Farrowburg, to follow up on Nick's disappearance. Our tale followed the group on its way to Lafandi. The gang created a ritual which allowed them to break through the dimensional barrier between Earth Prime and Lafandi. They arrived in the other dimension with a bit of trouble, traveling through time as well as interdimensionally. The group found themselves under attack by a group of the dreaded Soulless, an enemy from Lafandi's ancient past, which General Acosta has brought back, according to Agent Emerald. After defeating the creatures, the group figured out what time period in which they'd found themselves and set off for a historic battle between the famous Master Mage Berea Whitestorm and the tyrant Adamamon, which is where we rejoin our heroes on their way to what Resonant knows historically as the massacre at the Giverine Caverns. So, we will join the heroes then. Nigh. Hence. Words.
Forthwith.
Forthright. So, you guys are racing along the Lafandi landscape, making good time across the southern continent up to the northern hemisphere. What is everybody doing? Preparing.
We need to get to the. Was it Glittering Caverns or Gibbering Caverns? Because I think it's been said twice, different ways.
So, you know the story as the massacre at the Gibbering Caverns, but it was originally known as the Glittering Caverns. The Gibbering is a part of the massacre.
Gotcha.
There was a name change. They rebranded.
They rebranded. Just making sure. So, yeah, we need to get there as quickly as possible, especially if that's where a bunch of bad stuff's going to happen. I don't want to leave it to occur if we can at all help it, regardless of the timeline.
Can Overdrive use his speed wake if he doesn't know where he's going? I don't remember.
Well, yeah, it's not like teleporting. I'm just carrying everyone along at high speed.
And he's already actually noticed it because he's been past it when he went looking for signs of civilization, if I remember right.
Yes. That is correct.
So
yes, I can take us there.
Probably the best way to go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Before we do that, though, Resonant's going to pull Overdrive aside. Hey, Dave. You doing okay?
Ooh, we went to real names. That's a bad sign.
You were... I know you were just trying to stand up for me against Agent Emerald, but kind of felt like you were channeling some really negative energy, and I just want to make sure everything's okay.
Well, I mean, the universe is on the verge of extinction, but otherwise everything's great. Yeah. Yeah, let's do this.
I know when you're deflecting, you know that, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I know we've got a lot to deal with, but I don't want to let you feel like you can't tell me what's going on.
I know. It's just stuff I got to sort out.
Okay. I'm here if you need me.
No, right now we're here for you, so let's take care of that.
Okay.
Okay. All right, everybody, buckle up.
Also, thank you, Jonesy, for resubscribing and giving your free hero point to Resonant. She's gonna need it.
Oh, yeah.
Look.
Alright, so Dave is scooping everybody up in the speed wake, and y'all are racing on off.
Yay.
As the landscape is rushing by you, you're passing through a number of different biomes, all sort of in balance with these different crystal formations that you can see sort of naturally occurring along the landscape. And each of you, as you're passing by, even those of you who aren't resonant, you are feeling this sort of peaceful energy washing off of the crystals as you're passing alongside the countryside. Overdrive, you do arrive post haste at the entrance to this cavern that you scouted out the last time we got together a couple weeks ago. And as you race on up, you do see there's a couple of Lafandi people standing watch near the mouth of the cave, dressed in these sort of crystalline white and blue uniforms, each armed with a quarterstaff.
Not wanting to sort of alarm them by appearing like right at the tip of their nose, kind of just pull up to regular speed, maybe 50 or 60 feet short of them, so we can give them the old "we come in peace" gesture.
What is the "we come in peace" gesture?
Depends on where you're from. No, just sort of approaching with hands, sort of showing no weapons, like, hey.
One of the people does extend the staff forward and say, "Who are you? Why are you coming this way?"
My name is. Go ahead.
No. This is yours. You talk.
My name is Resonant. These are my friends. We know something that we must tell your leader. It's very, very urgent that you all get out of these caves as quickly as possible.
Do you know we are here? Who are you? Resonant.
I'm from Lafondi's future. My name is Gemma.
Sort of look at each other and they exchange words in Lafandi.
Which
is English, I guess.
Which, if nobody else understands, Resonant does.
Yes. Weird how interdimensional comic books work. Everything is English. And they kind of, the one person picks the spear up. Can you approve it? Is that you are from the future?
There is going to be a battle here with the tyrant. There is going to be a massacre. Berea will escape and be able to figure out a way to defeat the soulless, but without our help, everyone here will die.
This is a big claim you make. No one knows we are here except for you. I do not know how you know we are here.
Because my friend there is very quick on his feet and can reconnoiter the entire area. He saw Agamemnon's forces marshaling to your east. Either somebody has betrayed you, or he's more cunning than history gave him credit for.
Well, we had better let Berea decide the truth of all this. Come.
Motion to the rest of the group that it's okay to head in.
Okay, so just kind of look back at everybody and start following.
And one of them will keep watch on the cave mouth, and the other one will guide you guys into this cavern.
It's just those two. Like, there's no one else who's like trying to get an eye on us right now, or anyone who's like watching from a distance currently. Or
give me a perception check, Mr. Paranoid.
Been a long night.
Someone's on the lookout for snipers.
It's what I would do. 24.
You don't see anybody skulking about. You only see the two of them there at the cave entrance. But beyond that, you don't see any additional traffic. Nobody's like lurking out in the foothills, looking over the rocks that you guys going in.
Just making sure.
I don't know why I keep imagining Bowman like Dora the Explorer, and he's like looking out into the audience, and he's like, "Do you see any snipers?"
Wow.
And that
Sniper,
is literally it's just been running in my head, and I don't know why.
We're
sniper, no
going
sniping.
back to the idiot box.
No.
No.
Overdrive could be
Okay.
boots.
Wait, now I'm into it.
No, because Bowman would have to be Dora, and then Overdrive can be Boots. Who's Diego? I don't know. Somebody's got to be Grandma too. I don't know.
Oh no.
Oh, what a world. Roll20 is lagging on me a little bit, but I think I moved you guys over to the map.
Oh no, there's a map.
Nope. Well,
No, not yet.
Roll20 is also
See,
lagging on our end.
Cave.
Oh,
Yeah.
bummer. Why Roll20 been doing this?
I don't know.
I think it worked for me if I'm seeing the right map.
Is it
It's
like
a cave with several
purple cave?
tunnels
Yeah.
and a bridge.
Yeah, it just won't let me scroll up and
Oh,
down.
teacher's pet gets to see the map early. That's terrible.
Yeah.
There it
I put an
goes.
apple on Alice's desk before.
Hey, I am easily bribed. Apples are great.
Wow.
It's true.
I am not above a good bribery.
Jeez.
So.
Yep.
This guard takes you guys into this cavern system and leads you up through this network of tunnels, and all of you, Resonant most especially, are sort of overwhelmed by the positive energy sort of floating around this place. Getting the feeling of warmth and protection and safety sort of washing off of these different crystals around that are all sort of subtly vibrating, almost like a hum as you're making your way along.
It's gonna take Resonant a little bit because it's been a while since she's been around this much. So she's probably gonna step in and kind of do that stumble from being overwhelmed by this sensation because it's been 13 years.
Yeah, and you all are sort of struck by the people that are sort of milling around. There are a number of individuals here. They're all dressed in these sort of white and blue uniforms. At least the Lafondans are. Everybody is either like binding wounds, gathering supplies. They have a very rough and tumble look about them, but everybody does also have a bright expression on their face. They seem like a rebellion, but not necessarily a everything sucks rebellion. They seem more like a put together group, band, like a merry band of resistance fighters. There's also a number of these crystalloids sort of lumbering around in these chambers, tending to a number of the crystals, keeping mostly to themselves. And just to reiterate, 1 second. These crystalloids, they seem to be made of the crystals, and they're sort of lumbering around. They vary in height and color. Most of these are some shade of purple, as you're sort of taking a look around. And the guard will lead you all to the very back of the cave. Is it shift? I think it's shift. Shift. There we go.
Yep.
Where you see a... you're coming to what is essentially an ad hoc office that's been put together in this back alcove. There's a desk that seems to be shaped out of living crystal. There's a number of different maps and charts and things that are all laid out. There is a Lafondi soldier dressed in white and blue armor instead of the tunic style look, wielding a bladed weapon of some description, like a spear. It almost looks like a match between a spear and a glaive. And there is a very young woman sitting behind the desk, keeping an eye on everything. She's dressed in sort of this loose-fitting blue and black tunic. She's got long black hair with a streak of blue down the middle of it, and she has a necklace with a number of very rough, natural gemstones on it. Nothing polished or faceted or cut jewelry style. It looks like she's collected a number of fist-sized gems that she's got strung on beads around her neck. And she looks up at all of you over some spectacles. And you don't imagine she's any older than 15 or 16. The guard sort of gestures to all of you and says, these are some interlopers I caught outside. They say that they are from the future and they want to talk to you. This one is Resonant. She seems to be the gem mage for this group. Although this one is very fast, and I think he may also have some gem magic.
Wait, what?
Tell me, what gem makes you go real fast? Is it a sandstone?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You have the powers, you have the magic. You must have some kind of gem.
No, I just got the speed. That's it.
It is Quicksilver. No, isn't it? It is.
That's by copyright infringement. So no, I'm gonna say no.
Thank you, Pierre. I will take it from here. And he'll sort of salute her and go marching out. Keep hearing LaFonzie.
Hey.
I am LaFonzie. Eh?
Oh,
And yeah, she sort of looks up at you, Resonant, and this sort of sparkle flares in her faceted eyes. You are a master mage, are you not?
Yes, I am.
And you come
Actually,
from the future?
I do. We didn't mean to end up here. We meant to head towards the future, but interdimensional travel between Earth Prime and LaFonde has gotten a little tricky, apparently.
I suspected there was a way to get to those other dimensions, but I didn't know it was something we would come up with.
Generally, those portals open of their own free will and suck innocent girls through them with no way back home.
Is that what happened to you?
It is.
And she'll stand up, she'll come around the desk, and she'll put two hands on your shoulders. And she'll say, I'm sorry that happened to you, but welcome home. Strange as the circumstances may be. Your friends here, they are extra-dimensional travelers?
They are from the dimension I fell into. Let me introduce them, please. This is Overdrive. He is a speedster. He's actually the master mage of the Wellspring of Velocity. Strange as a master mage having just speed is, I know. This is, well, she'll point at Kate to kind of do a quick little double take, just like, yes, okay. This is Centuria. And this is Mortis in Centuria's body. We had to do a little bit of, we needed to be in two places at once. And some magic went awry. And this is Bowman. Agent Emerald is LaFonde, like me, from the future.
And apologies, are any of the rest of you master mages, or just two of you?
Mortis is a master mage of the Crossroads, but I don't know if he actually has his powers inside of Centuria's body.
Interesting.
I do not.
And she kind of looks at all of you, and she looks at Bowman. She says, and I suspect you are you're the master mage of skill?
I haven't been called that before, but it's a title I'm willing to take.
And she sort of smiles at you and puts a hand on your shoulder. Well, if you are not a master mage, you are very brave traveling around with these folks.
Yeah, well, they kind of need me.
I believe it.
I'm the one who pulls this team together. Could we maybe focus on the impending tragedy here?
Yes, please. So you say there's going to be a massacre at these caverns?
Demamon and his forces are coming this way. I don't recall exactly what happens from the history books, but the caves, almost no one gets out alive.
Well, that is not the great news I was hoping for, but
I'm
perhaps
sorry.
we can have a chat.
I have an idea, but we have to start evacuating people quickly.
Can we talk first before we get into all of that?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Armand, will you take our friends into another chamber? She sort of gestures to the guy wearing armor. I would like to speak with Gemma alone for a moment.
No, I'll be fine, guys. Go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
Manchuria is very hesitant to leave.
Do we have
Res-
Centuria? Do we have super hearing?
Do I?
I don't know. I'm asking. I'm like, do we? I'm checking the sheet now. But
Here's the funny thing about that. Centurion has super senses. Centuria does not in the book for some reason. I don't know why.
It's also rude.
Yeah, I'm probably going, when I level Centuria up again, I'll probably give her some super senses.
It may be, come how that kicks in age.
Yeah, I think it might just be like a continuity error, but I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Well,
It's a ran out of PowerPoints error.
Well,
At first that may have been the case, but
Yeah.
well, Gemma, if you need anything, just yell. We'll be in here in a second.
I know.
And she'll sort of glare at everyone around.
Is Agent Emerald leaving with us?
yes.
Yes.
She kind
Okay.
of
Just
looks.
double-checking.
Roll an insight check. Anybody who's looking at Agent Emerald.
no, I'm not trusting her at all.
Well, I'm doing my best to try to mimic
What
the
happened to my
glare that
character sheet?
Centuria just did.
The glare.
Yep, I'm trying really hard.
I got a 36.
Of course you
Got
did.
a 28. I had to get a crit to get there.
My character sheet crashed.
Oh no!
Insight.
Character sheet, don't do that. Nice.
I had 29.
So everybody except for Centuria gets a pretty accurate read on her emotional state. The only thing you really notice is jealousy sort of flare across her face. Like, why does she want to talk to Gemma and not me?
You a biatch. But I didn't see that, so I didn't say that.
Yeah, Centuria, you just notice she has sort of an angry look on her face, but you're not sure if that's just her face or not.
She does kind of have resting bitch face, so
Wow.
Centuria will look at her and be like, all right, well, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Fair enough. And Agent Emerald will sort of
I
throw
love
another...
Jonesy being Centuria.
She'll throw another sideways glance at Gemma, and Armand will lead you all out into the caverns. He'll actually take you into the central chamber here. And you notice that there's a camp cook in there who's worked up. What do they eat in Lafandi? Andy?
generally probably in the southern hemisphere, probably some soups with flatbreads.
Mm.
So lots of no, they don't eat rocks. They're not Fraggles.
They don't need Jim. Make them more powerful.
No.
Wow.
In my brain, I said rocks, but I knew that wasn't right.
Yeah, forever.
I'm sorry.
I feel like Kat's not waiting till Wednesday. She's gonna get a start on Tara
Or
and
just
Andy doing
bullying
right
me.
She's
now.
gonna she's priming herself for all of the bad things coming on Wednesday.
I missed a whole week of getting to bully Andy, so I have to just like
Ah.
throw it in. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll shut up now. Bye.
But yeah, Armand will lead you guys to that central chamber where there is a camp cook who has prepared a pretty hearty stew and a number of loaves of bread, not fresh baked, of course, because they're living in a camp, but pre-sealed, pre-packaged, very fresh and sagey. And the camp cook will pour you all out some and pass it around for you guys to relax and wait while Gemma talks to Berea. After everyone leaves, Berea will sort of stand up and she'll raise a hand, and the quartz on, or sorry, the lapis lazuli on her necklace will sort of flare up, and she'll seal the wall off with ice, creating an ice wall between the outside and the inside. She says, "Now we can chat away from prying eyes, because I presume there is more that you have to unveil as to what's going on, and there are things that I think I need to talk to you about. Because something brought you here instead of where you wanted to go. As I presume, being from the future, you weren't trying to get back here."
Didn't even think it was possible. In our future, there is an entity by the name of Una, the master mage of the nether dimension, nether magic, and my friends and I 10 years ago, we tangled with her. She tried to take over Earth Prime as her 1,000th world to conquer, to basically have a hold on the entirety of space and time. We put a stop to her then at the loss of one of our friends, and well, she's back, and she's powerful enough now to do what she set out to do all those years ago. I'm fairly certain it was her doing that sent us back into the past. I believe she's trying to wrench LaFondi under her sway.
I have encountered this being before. This Una you speak of, she has come to Lafandi in my time. But we were able to repel her and prevent her from gaining access here again.
I'm sorry we brought her back as a merged being with two other powerful mages.
Well, as you say, she is interested in your world first, and if she has not taken your world, I assume we are not the first up on her chopping block.
I think she's interested in... I think when we beat her those years ago, she lost a hold on a good chunk of her power base. She might be trying to reconnect before making a play on Earth Prime.
She may be looking for additional magic that she can use in this conquest. Additional sources.
She has a pretty good idea of what I can do, or couldn't do.
I don't believe she does, Gemma, because I don't know for sure that you know entirely what you can do. You seem very confident around your friends, and she sort of stands up and she invites you to sit down before her desk. She sort of gestures again and raises an icy chair out of the ground.
Gemma will take a seat.
You carry a lot of stress, and you carry a lot of burdens on their behalf, don't you?
Yes. When our friend fell battling Una, I I tried to go forward for a couple of years, and then I I I, I abandoned them. I couldn't handle things. Everything, no matter what we did, it didn't seem like it helped, and I left. I it had been 8 years before we were all brought together again, and I'm trying to be there for them, trying to be what I wasn't when I ran away.
You have a fracture in yourself. And she sort of comes up behind you. She puts her hands on your shoulders. And she begins sort of interacting with your chakra the way that you do with your Reiki sessions. And you sort of feel this confluence of magic inside you as she sort of just light touches on different pressure points and applications of sort of this soothing, warm magic through you. And you feel the song of her malachite singing to you as she's sort of pouring this sort of energy into you. She says, "You are carrying the burden of what you did not do, which is not something that you should carry, considering everything you have done for them and everything that you will do for them. You weren't ready then. You weren't who you are now, and you can't be held responsible for the actions of who you weren't then." They look up to you. I can see it.
Not sure I deserve it, but
That's your problem. You do. You're a leader. Those people look at you the same way the Resistance looks to me. And I promise you, even though we can't see the sun rise every day, especially down here, we know that it's there. And that hope is what you need to give them.
I try. It's been getting hard, really, really hard lately. There's just been so much trouble for everyone. It just seems like they're slipping. And I don't know if it's my fault or if it's just everything we've been through. I don't want to lose them to the darkness. I don't want to lose myself to the darkness either.
What happens to stone under pressure?
Depends. If it's not sound, it'll shatter, but if it's sound, it will form something greater.
And what are your friends? Are they sound?
Yeah, I like to think so.
That's all you need. And she sort of pings a little bit of energy into you. They will not crack. They will become like diamonds. And you will be able to resonate through them in the way that you resonate with your stones. You just have to know that that's what's going to happen.
Visualization.
What you put out into the universe will come back to you. If you don't believe in them, or you doubt that they will succeed, then they will falter. But if you care for them, and you push your energy through them, and you tell the universe what's going to happen, it will go that way. That is the connection between you and them. And it's your job as Master Mage.
Didn't know that was part of the job description.
It's not often that Master Mages join together to accomplish goals. But when they do, they need a leader. They need somebody who can coordinate their mystical energy, especially for master mages who don't know that they're doing something magical. Keep
I
pushing
think a
them.
lot. I think a lot of this was a lot for some of us to take.
Of course it is. But no one gets to choose the times that they are given. They can only choose what they do with the time that they have. Just like we have to choose what to do now that we know that this is a trap.
I don't want everyone here to be massacred like the history says.
Then we'll stop it.
I just don't know what that'll do.
I guess we'll find out. Meanwhile, over in the soup room, what's everybody else doing?
Furia is standing like right by the door, waiting for Resonant to call.
Armand's looking at you like, what, is our soup no good for you?
She'll have a bowl of soup.
Try the gray stuff. It's delicious.
Don't believe me? Ask the edition.
Be our guest. Be our guest.
Bowman will have some of the gray stuff. But he is at this moment mostly thinking about like the escape route for this whole thing. Presumably going right out the cave mouth won't be much of an option, but if that's, he's always trying to see if there's another way out of here, if there's another exit, or if that is their option, then what the best way to go about it would be, and how soon they can mobilize. Because we're changing times, so he wants to make sure that if they're doing this, then it needs to like work as best as it can.
Are Bowman and Centuria both at the doorway?
Centuria is, yeah.
He might be. If he's still in the room, then he might be.
This big crystalloid's gonna come over and like lunk down beside you and cross its arms and try to look mean in the direction you guys are looking.
It's mimicking you.
Hi. Can we help you?
It looks at you and it makes a noise like the sound of shifting gravel and breaking glass.
She looks at Bowman.
I don't think I speak that language.
Yeah, me either.
Bowman, roll a perception check.
Not great. 16.
With a 16, the crystalloid sort of looks forward and makes another noise, but you're pretty sure it pitched the noise lower when it heard you talking. Like it's trying to sound gruff too.
Can we keep it?
I can't tell if was he asking you a question maybe, or
Maybe he's making fun of us.
that's entirely possible. Maybe that's just what they do down here.
Yeah. Maybe. Hurts my feelings a little bit though. The rocks never bullied me in my universe.
When you say it hurts your feelings a little bit, Centuria, it puts its hands up and sort of like shakes back and forth and makes more rock noises.
Okay. I don't think it's bullying us.
Maybe they're trying to be friendly.
You want to hang out, little guy?
Big guy.
What did it say?
It didn't say anything. I'm just letting you know it's bigger than you are, if that matters.
Little guy?
And yeah, he'll park. He'll sort of sit down next to you two and keep an eye out the entrance, and every now and then look over at you guys and make noises trying to have a conversation with you. But
I'll vibe with this. That's good for me. I like the rock.
I mean, I do want to figure out what our plan is going to be, but sure, we can conversate. Might be good to get to know the locals.
With the rock? That you
I
can't
don't
speak
know.
the language?
Well, maybe we'll figure something out. Look, I'm trying to make do with what we've got here, which is a 10-foot tall rock.
Maybe we should play charades. You go first.
Okay, fine. What's a good charade for exit? I'm not good at this.
I think he can understand you. Do you know where the exit is? Extra exits?
he
Emergency exits?
he kind of shakes his head up and down and makes another rock noise. It sounds kind of like maple syrup going over sandpaper.
Oh my god.
There it is. There it is.
That sound, I recognize it.
And he'll get up. He sort of walks on his rock knuckles over to this abyss and points down.
Does the abyss point back?
You have to go look to see.
Okay, so peek over the edge of said abyss.
You look down over the edge of the abyss, and at the bottom, you do hear the sound of rushing water, and you can see sort of this pinkish purple stream rolling down. You think you see the hint of daylight at the far end of it.
Okay, how far down is it?
It looks like it goes down about 300 or 400 feet.
Yeah, how do we get down there without dying?
He
Is
jumps off.
probably-
Oh,
And he
Is he
lands
like
in the water.
superhero landing at the bottom, or?
He kind of does a cannonball into the lake, into the river. And he puts his head up, and then he starts climbing back up to come see you guys again.
I mean, I guess I can fly, so it's not a problem for me. But
yeah, but I don't know if every person here can fly.
Yeah.
And my grapples don't go far enough. Maybe if I attach a bunch of them together, I can make a rope, but
I wonder if Overdrive would be able to speed wake them.
What?
Come here.
can you speed wake vertically?
If I have a surface to run up,
Is it like a hole? Like, is it like solid walls?
So it looks like there's a lip, and it looks like there is a wall that goes down there, but you'd have to run up and over the side and go down. Overdrive can do it.
Okay. Good to know. How many rocks? People? Are we worried about the rocks?
I'm worried about everyone.
Okay. How many people / rocks could you carry?
uh,
You have like a weight limit?
quite a bit actually.
That's good. How much do these rocks weigh?
How much do these rocks weigh? The rocks weigh. Let me check my rank chart real quick.
How much is that rock in the window?
The one with the gravelly mouth.
The rocks weigh 6 tons each.
Well, I can carry 6 tons.
You
My
can
heavy
carry
lifting.
one rock.
I can carry 1 rock.
How much can I carry?
Centuria can carry.
Very good question for me.
Centurion Netherwar. Let me pull that up real quick. Centuria can lift 400,000 tons.
Cool. But they can also jump out of here. Because this wasn't the way we came in, right? 'Cause
No,
obviously,
it was not.
down.
No,
Okay.
you guys came in
Good
through
to
the
know.
cave entrance down here.
All right. She'll walk back over to where she's waiting for Resonant. Now that she knows that information.
Awesome. And the rock creature will come and sit down next to you and Bowman again. And cross its arms and look mean.
Yeah, Bowman will, now that he knows there's a potential secondary way out, he will actually partake of more of the gray stuff, I believe it was described as.
Yes.
Eight rocks.
Overdrive and Morturia, as you guys are sort of hanging out, a little girl walks up to both of you with a couple of crystals that look like they've been shaped into action figures of you two.
Mm-hmm. You have another action figure. Overdrive.
I know. Going to be quite a collection here.
Is she handing them to us?
Yeah,
Like,
she's gonna hand them up. She's gonna hand them up to you guys with a smile on her face.
All right. We'll return the smile and say thank you. Very nicely done.
Thank you. Merci. You are a gem mage, no? And she hands you both of the gems.
Not to the best of my knowledge, but who knows? I've been hearing that quite a lot since we got here.
And she kind of looks up at both of you with these big bright eyes. Can you do some magic?
Are they French?
Because
That's
nobody
what
else in
they're-
Netherwar has been French.
Alex spent too much time in the bayou. He's got to get it out of his system.
Le Fondi is Cajun? No? No,
Not the vibe I was going for.
that would be a different accent. Yeah, that's right there, man. I've been down there in them rock crystals doing all sorts of cabin stuff.
No.
I will run at the wall and phase through it and come back in about 20 feet down for a little magic trick just to amuse the little girl.
She claps violently.
What?
She claps violently.
Oh, okay. All I heard was violently. I'm like, what?
What I heard.
I feel like I missed something important there.
Unfortunately, I can't.
You do not do any magic?
I'm not even in the right body right now, so no, I can't.
She kind of looks at you with big faceted brown eyes. And she says, what does your normal body look like?
What goth is, little girl?
We do not have goth
you-
on the Fondi?
I look around for someone who's kind of got a similar type build as Mortis.
Yeah, there's probably a Lafondin around who has that same body style.
Well, I look a little bit more like that, but wearing a lot of cloth made out of malachite and onyx.
Oh, I see. And she sort of gestures for the action figure back. I will fix it. And she reshapes it with magic in her hand, and she hands you a Grim Reaper Lafondi person.
Aw,
Is this more like it?
thank you. It is.
It is no trouble. Is my gift to you. And
I will put it in the little pocket that I have in my costume. Because I have one, just like other Centuria does for Davy.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you have a Davy there too.
Now they're friends.
So you're Davy, who is Sala, I'm pretty sure.
I thought we left him back at the. I thought we left the.
Oh,
other
did you
Davy
leave him back at the house?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I'm like, I'm not losing. I'm not losing Sala off in another dimension.
That would be bad.
Good choice. Okay, so in your action figure pocket, you have a little gemstone mortise. Back over in Berea's office, that's about when the conversation begins wrapping up. Resonant, she sort of gives you one last little influx of magic into your system, and you feel sort of warm, and you can feel sort of a happy energy passing through all of your gemstones throughout your costume. Almost like a gemstone vibe check she sort of did you.
I appreciate the energy cleanse. Thank you.
Of course. You have much to learn, young one, but I suspect you will do some learning very soon.
We've got to get everyone here to safety.
We do. And as you say, we got to get everyone here to safety. We give everybody a hero point.
Oh Lord.
Uh-oh. If anything happens to these people, I'm gonna be like shattered.
If anything happens to that rock specifically, like
I'm going to kill your
Rocky!
rock and your little girl.
No.
You don't want to give me NPCs? I'll make my own.
Ah!
The rocks treating Centuria better than Overdrive does. Oh no. So yeah, I'm giving everybody a hero point. Everybody sort of feels the ground shake here in the cavern. And a number of the crystals all around all of you begin to vibrate and rumble, and the sort of purple energy they've all been putting off turns dark crimson. And each of you hears a psychic scream sort of resonate from the gems all around you. And there is an explosion of shards as the crystals in the chamber begin to explode. Boom, 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 all throughout. I need everybody to make a dodge save.
That's
A dodge save, you say?
truly outrageous.
And I assume this is a case where evasion would be cromulent?
Yes, it would be perfectly cromulent.
That's such a fun word.
I know.
So that's a 30 with evasion.
Oh, I have evasion. What does evasion do?
Evasion gives you a +2 to dodge saves. Unless you have evasion 2, that gives you a +5.
Got a 27 then, yeah.
Look at you guys.
30.
Love it.
I got a 30. Jeez.
Oh,
Oh no,
shut
that's yeah, I did.
We
Over
all, we all did better than
I have a
Overkill.
29 with the
+5.
+5 from evasion 2.
Jonesy's over here showing me up. My own superhero.
Oh man, I can't wait for the Freaky Friday episodes that are coming.
About to mess over.
I just can't wait to start trying to train the other mortals on how to use the soul vault. This would be hilarious.
What is this? It's not an arrow.
How do you shoot it?
Oh,
Calvin rips it out of his chest and chucks it.
For the record, the Reaper's sickle that I make is shapeable. It could be any weapon you can imagine, so it could still be a bow.
Yes.
Cute.
Then it will be.
Alright, so all of you do succeed on your dodge saves. I am going to need a toughness save from everybody at this point for a DC, because you all passed DC 22.
22.
Woo.
27.
I'll be.
why don't you go ahead and take that hero point back? Because
Yeah, I'm just gonna
which of
drop it.
these?
I'll put the hero point in the gray stuff.
Jonesy, I need you to chill.
Put the hero point in
What?
the gray stuff.
What are you talking about?
Jonesy, you rolled so well back to back. I've never rolled that well back to back.
Yes, you did. You did.
When?
That's a tough. This is up 25 on the reroll.
You got a 24 this time.
I rolled an 8.
Still a 24.
I got a 21.
21 is going to be a bruise. Bowman.
No.
No.
Flashbacks to when I got beat up last Sunday.
Bowman, when that does hit you, I'm going to need a fortitude save as well.
Oh, shoot.
Bye, Bowman.
I was making jokes and
Bye.
this seems like it's gonna be something terrible. But I kind of want to see what it is. I need my last point to avoid like getting knocked out. So what's about to happen to me?
With a 15 on your fortitude save, you're suffering from the controlled condition.
Oh.
Oh no!
Or not the controlled condition, the compelled condition. Sorry, the second degree compelled condition.
Oh.
Not great. Not as awful, but not great.
Did anybody else fail their toughness save?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, I got a 29.
Okay, you're fine. Berea
Yeah,
did
we know.
fail though, so Berea needs to make a fortitude save as well. Berea is particularly susceptible to this.
Now's the fun.
Ooh.
Tell us.
Oh, Berea.
We might be susceptible too, since you're here. Since we're in Magic Land.
But
Fortunately, it does not trigger your magic weakness.
oh, beautiful.
And you guys did succeed on your toughness saves.
Yeah, if I would have failed my toughness save, would it have?
You would have had to make a fortitude save. We would have seen.
Oh, so we just don't. Got it. That makes sense.
So Berea, with an 11, is going to be controlled.
Bye, Resonant.
Bad
We
news
loved
for
you.
bears. I'm going to put the angry skull face on her.
Oh no.
Compelled? Oh, compelled is still bad.
Compelled is still bad.
Shoot.
All bad.
Compelled.
I don't know why I thought compelled
So
was like...
we need to cast share on them. That's where we'll fly up to them and slap them really hard over and yell, snap out of it.
Maybe if we both slap him at the same time, it'll like double snap him out of it.
Oh, I forgot.
Ow.
Ow. Too.
It might kill him, but
I'm just going to roll all the saving throws before I go into what happens. I forgot to roll for Agent Emerald. I forgot to input Agent Emerald.
All the saves.
Frozen.
So obviously, Agent Emerald got knocked unconscious by the exploding rock.
while we're waiting for that, what are the 3 types of triangles?
Isosceles,
Yeah, that's the only-
right angle.
Scalene? and then
Yeah,
right
that's
angle?
like... Am I thinking of the right thing? I'm gonna assume that I
Yeah.
am, and then do... Okay.
That
I knew
sounds
it was
great.
isosceles, but I couldn't think of the other 2. But right angle, is isosceles
No.
the one with all the same size?
The sides are the same length.
That's why. I thought-
Equilateral. Sorry.
That's where the two
They're
of
all
the
the same
three sides of this.
That's the one with the hypotenuse. Or
No, equilaterals are all 3 are the same. Isosceles is 2 are the same, and scalene is they're all different.
got it.
There's a name for the triangle with a right
I think-
angle in it.
I think that's
I forget what
equilateral.
it is.
No, equilateral can't
No,
be.
equilateral refers to sides.
Oh, you can also determine them by internal angles. That's why I was thinking of right angle as one.
Isn't it acute, right angle, and then obtuse?
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.
I'm not sure where that came from or where it's going,
Yeah, some
but we all were totally invested in the triangle
6th
discussion.
grade geometry there to do.
As you say, random geometry test.
Triangle
So-
Man, Triangle Man.
So there is
Triangle can.
the right triangle is also formally known as an orthogonal triangle.
Okay, now we're just taking this a little too deep.
Didn't he fight Batman?
Yes.
Orthogonal.
Oh god.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Jonesy, I would like for you to roll a dodge save at d20 plus 4. And Cat, I would like for you to roll a dodge save, a d20 plus 5.
Wait.
You're
Roll
rolling
it
for
down.
Rocky.
So confused.
Oh no.
Well,
D20.
31. With my
So not Centuria's dodge, just a d20 plus 4.
oh
You said plus 5.
I'll
for
keep the
me,
19
right?
though, so 19. Yeah, yours is
Oh
plus 5.
no!
Cat. So both of you need to roll a toughness check for me. Centuria, the little girl, has a toughness of 4. Cat, Rocky has a toughness of 10. So a d20 plus 4
just
for
add-
Jonesy and a d20 plus 10 for Cat.
27.
Rocky is okay.
Oh, thank God.
14.
14. The little girl will take a bruise, and I need
No.
a fortitude save for the little girl.
Oh
Can't,
no!
can't I, as Centuria, interpose?
You sure can.
I've seen Centuria do this. I'm going to do this.
No, you didn't.
So what do I need to do?
Saber.
Of course, I'm.
You just roll a toughness, don't you?
Yeah,
take
you
the
basically use your interpose action to get in front of that hit.
So I got a 27 on my toughness check save.
That is just a success for Centuria. So you jump in before the shards hit the little girl. And Rocky gets hit by the shards, but Rocky is not converted into a monster.
Oh, that's good.
Uh-oh.
So we need to get these rock bitches out of here immediately.
But
Rock lobster.
all of the individuals I'm marking with yellow circles are turned into soulless.
Oh no!
Mark with the skulls?
Marked with the yellow dots.
Oh, yellow dots. Oh, there's
Dots,
dots everywhere.
more dots.
What's that one? That I see. Okay, there's a red and a blue dot. I'm so confused right
The
now.
blue dot's the little girl. The red dot is Armand, who brought
Okay.
you down here.
Okay, so the red and the blue dots are not conditions. The
Right.
other dots are conditions.
The yellow
Yes.
dots are conditioned.
Oh,
Dots, more dots. More dots.
Dots.
stop it, cat. Stop.
Everybody!
I had a wedding reception flashback there for just a second.
Oh yeah, the
Oh.
song you requested at the wedding reception, Kevin.
I don't think Kevin remembers much of that.
Caged, I do actually remember.
Honestly,
one
I don't
of
know
my
how.
one of my curses is I very seldom am blackout drunk. I almost always remember exactly what went on, and that's not a good thing. Of course, the blackout drunk ones are really bad.
Kevin's like, sometimes I just want to forget.
There's a Christmas party and several fifths of Jägermeister that we're not going to talk about, but forget it.
Oh my God.
man.
There were too many
Anyway,
people. We ran out of shot glasses, so I started doing shots out of a tumbler. You know, the big boy glass, because that's what you do when you're really stupid drunk. You just get
Kevin is
more
like the
stupid and more
teacher that
drunk.
you don't think actually exists. Like you never think about your teacher like that.
That's right. It's the whole Clark Kent Superman thing. Totally different characters. Just take the glasses off, and it's a whole new person.
Awesome. Well, I would like for everybody to roll for initiative, and then we're going to take our break, and then we'll come back and deal with this crisis. Click on your
Crisis.
token first.
Crisis.
So the crimson.
Don't do it,
crystals.
Jonesy.
What?
Don't beat me.
Good.
I only rolled an 8, so it's gonna be hard.
Oh, a smooth fitty. Look at that.
Way to curse me there. See how it is, cat.
Love you, Jonesy.
Do you?
Yeah, because you're
Do,
gonna
do
you're gonna
you?
play my character better than me anyway. So
You know that, and
Yeah.
that's a real thing too. The dice curse. Last night I was playing it in person. We were using Mutants and Masterminds. Jason was running Star Wars, and I got compelled by the Sith. I'm just a little pilot guy. I don't have any force powers, so I got taken over by the Sith, and I was told to shoot the Jedi in the party, and Jason goes 20, and by God, that's what I rolled. And I had never rolled 20s, so that's some power right there. Thanks, Ogoruk. I'll do that. Jerk.
It's overdrive, so it would be AAA.
But just remember, Ogruk has to listen to the music, which makes him want to donate to the puppies and the kitties. So that's
Hey.
gonna happen
Maybe
here.
do
And
that.
besides, Alcoholics Anonymous is for quitters. That's not me. I'm no
Stop
quitter.
it. Damn it, no.
I'm not an alcoholic. They go to meetings. I'm a drunk.
Yes.
Yay, break time.
Everybody's going to hell.
At least we're enjoying the ride. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So everybody has rolled initiative. I don't think I've added everybody on yet. Yeah.
What?
For some reason, when I roll from the NPC sheet, it doesn't go to the turn tracker
Huh.
automatically. So I just have
That's
to add
funky.
the turn from my crystalloids real quick.
#bug.
Yep.
It is a fun bug. Soulless crystalloids got an 18. Soulless
have a Centurion.
Fondies got a 27. How did that happen?
Yikes. What'd you give him for an initiative score?
Must be a lot. Let me see. No, it's only a +8. Okay. They've improved initiative. That's why. All right. So when we come back from break, we'll have Overdrive on 50, Bowman Compelled on 28, the Soulless Ophandians on 27, Resonant on 19, the Soulless Crystalloid on 18, Centuria also on 18. I'm going to put Centuria before the bad guys because I usually do that. Mortis on 13, Agent Emerald on 13, and Berea on 9. So we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. I promise I will show all the folks at home the fun battle mat we found on Google by, what's the name of the people who put the map together? No, don't click on Photoshop. No. Dr. Mapso, patreon.com. So I will show everybody that here when we get back from break. Everybody get up, stretch, grab a drac of water,
Grab a drink of rocks.
Words are hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks.
Words are hard. So we'll be back in just a second. I'm done. See you guys.
Bye.